Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the old CD Racoola show. For today's show, your wish has finally been granted, because today we are reviewing the 1997 film, Wishmaster. This original was my favorite of the Wishmaster films, and I honestly think this film is slightly underrated. Though they had a couple of sequels, they all failed to live up to this original film. No surprise there. In fact, the Djinn didn't look the same in the sequel films. He looks so awesome and scary in this original film. And in the sequels, he looks a tad cheesy, if I'm being honest. Here he is in the original, compared to one of the sequels. I mean, come on. Really a good monster, and a very cool to take something that most of us don't think of as necessarily scary, even though in my opinion a genie should be scary. I can't help but think of the late great Robin Williams' portrayal of the big blue friendly genie in the movie Aladdin. Speaking of a big genie from another film from the 90s, featuring none other than Shaquille O'Neal in the movie Kazam. What a great actor Shaq was. Not. In fact, the movie Kazam was put out in 1996 and Disney's Aladdin out in theaters in 1992, so the 90s were a big time for genies, I guess. I guess speaking of Robin Williams, I know I'm getting away from Wishmaster here a little bit, but you know what film he was really scary in? And a movie I think flies under the radar for a lot of people is the film 1 Hour Photo. Robin Williams was really creepy in that movie, and he had kind of a weird look. We're so used to seeing Robin Williams in a comedy role, and it made you feel a little icky in a good way to see him as a baddie in that film. Okay, anyway, back to Wishmaster here. The film was directed by Robert Kurtzman, whom has worked on lots of movies as a special effects and makeup guy, including one of my personal favorites, and, you know, one you guys should take a look at. My review From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, what a great film. What a truly great film. This film definitely got the special effects right. No surprise there, with the evil Djinn looking absolutely awesome and many of the kill scenes being epic. Speaking of epic, Andrew Divoff, who plays the Djinn in this film, he was also in the subsequent Wishmaster 2 film. Not only does he look the part of a villain, but his accent in the Wishmaster films is truly second to none. He's kind of gravelly, with an arrogant tone to his voice. Really cool and really hard to duplicate. Andrew can supposedly speak 9 languages. Pretty impressive. One of the things I've learned is that horror actors and fans are usually some of the smartest people in the room. And also some of the craziest people in the room, let's be honest. Kind of like Hannibal Lecter, you know, the good doctor. Speaking of huge and epic, another big-name actor in this film, Robert Englund, whom, unless you're living on the planet formerly known as Pluto, you know him as, of course, as the one and only Freddy Krueger. This story was a lot of fun and a good ride, playing on the whole genie in a bottle thing. Only in this story, its evil and demonic Djinn is trapped in the rare gem known as the Bloodstone, and he is doing anything and everything in his all-cosmic powers to escape and terrorize the world. As I've said before, I really think the Wishmaster films, although they have had some moderate success, they failed to achieve the fame and fortune of some of its, their other counterparts, such as Chucky, Hellraiser, or Freddy Krueger himself. I think if the sequels might have been better, that I think the Wishmaster franchise may have had a chance to be on the top shelf with the Blue Bloods of those previously named horror franchises. Please comment down below on a film franchise that had sequels that did not live up to the original's success, such as this Wishmaster film. I do highly suggest, however, watching this movie. You certainly won't regret it. I would like to take this time to thank you for joining me here on this episode of the C.D. Racoola Show. If the djinn came out of his bloodstone and asked me for one wish, I would wish with all my black, unbeating heart for you to like, share, and subscribe to the C.D. Racoola Show. Please join me next episode when we take a walk down the aisle and review the film Bride of Chucky. That film was just bloody good entertainment. Speaking of another Bride movie I need to review, Bride of Frankenstein, don't I? I should review that. I just put up a review of the original Frankenstein here pretty recently, but I'm sure I will get around to the Bride of Frankenstein at some point, I guess, whatever. Till next time, my little blood bags, if you ever get a chance to make 3 wishes, don't be that annoying person who wishes for more wishes, because that person, whatever dire consequence the old evil djinn has in store for them, they deserve it. Bye-bye. I wish you goodbye. Bye-bye.